This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brisky,
featuring former FBI Special Agent and Chief of the Counterintelligence Behavioral Analysis Program, Robin Dreeke.
Bryan Kohberger and his attorneys think the public should have a little more information on the case. Kind of surprising, kind of not congruent with most of what has been going down over the course of the last year on this case, but they do think the public should take a look at the dismissal that was recently ruled on by a judge, as the Kohberger clan said, you know, that grand jury proceeding, I think we should dismiss that. I think that this was done inaccurately. There were many arguments that were made as to why it wasn't valid. The judge, however, did not agree. The decisions, all of that happened behind closed doors. Kohberger's attorney now says, let's make that open to the public. Let's let them see why you said that this should not be valid, why this request should be dismissed. Joining me to discuss, Robin Dreeke, retired FBI special agent. I guess that's the question. What benefit could they possibly see to having something like this unsealed for the public's consumption? Or is this really kind of a big nothing burger of a lead up to, you don't know what's behind door number two. Door number two's got a lot of stuff. You got to see door number two, knowing you're not going to get behind door number two. Just to kind of create some sort of maybe what if thought in the mind of the public, who, as of right now, is still potential jurors in Moscow, Idaho.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%, Tony, on the she's sowing seeds of doubt. She's continually sowing seeds of doubt by trying to use public opinion through her press releases that she's doing. And the other thing that struck me on this one, what she's attacking here is procedure and admin type stuff. She's not attacking substance, because remember at first she was kind of going at the DNA on type stuff, and that's kind of gone by the wayside. And now she's going after admin and procedure protocols and attacking that and unsealing documents and things like that. Okay, that's kind of fitting her behavior arc of her modus operandi is to sow seeds of doubt, because you're going to need a lot of you're going to need to go over your doubt if you want to convict him. And so I think that's what she's trying to do. I think she's really kind of going on the hearts and minds of the potential jurors on this. And so I think that's exactly what she's doing.
How important is it for this case to have more public support for Kohberger before this actually does make it to trial? Obviously, what happens in that courtroom with those jurors is ultimately what matters. But, leading up to it, public opinion certainly does shape a case, not necessarily always in the direction the public wants it to go, but having something out there. And there already, bizarrely enough, there is a handful of supporters out there for Bryan Kohberger. But there's, I think, far, far more that look at this case on the merits of what it is and go, yeah, this doesn't look very good for you, Mr. Kohberger. How important is it to get the public's swaying maybe a little more in the way of Kohberger, at least asking some of those questions?
I think it's really important when you don't have anything else.
Yeah,
I really think that's it. I think she's working with what she has and public opinion and doubt. The initial reaction you want someone to have is when you hear something presented that she'll present, you want them to go, oh, maybe see that right there. Maybe that's a doubt. And if she can sow that amount of doubt in the public opinion before the case, where the jury is going to be drawn from the public, that might give her the edge and leverage that she's looking for.
You think it's kind of a last-ditch effort as we get closer and closer to a possible trial? God knows there likely will be many, many, many more motions here before we actually do get to a trial date. But is this, really just kind of throwing things at the wall right now and seeing what sticks? And us here, in true crime media, anytime something lands on the wall, we got to look up and go, that's an interesting one that was thrown up there. And of course, we're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But what she's doing is she's very consistent with the things she's throwing at the wall, and the way she's doing it. So she's not stabbing at this, kind of coming up with, kind of like Delphi, where, hey, if it doesn't work, we'll play modernism, or there's a lot of other weird things going on with other cases that are kind of hit and miss all over the place. She's really consistent, I think, about what she's throwing at the wall here. For a while, she's attacking the DNA. And now she's going procedure.
Mm-hmm.
And well, that's what they're paid to do. And
Yeah.
and part of that is sowing those seeds of doubt, which is what she's paid to do. So that's why when it all comes to light, justice, I think, will be done on this, because if anyone can flesh any little tidbit of doubt out, I think she's the one that can do it.
And so far, she's not doing a half bad job. Be very interesting to see.
She is earning her high salary.
No, without a doubt.
Sick of the ads?
We are too.
Start listening with no commercials now and get access to all of our episodes in advance of everyone else.
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
True Crime Today Premium Plus.
Sign up now.